50 drones attacked 8 regions in Russian Federation last night. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims that air defense forces shot down and intercepted all 50 drones, 26 of them over Belgorod region. At the same time, 2 power substations in Kaluga and Bryansk and an oil refinery in Smolensk region are reported damaged. In Kardimovo, Smolensk region of the Russian Federation, a fire broke out at a local refinery after a drone attack. The facility is 290 kilometers from the border with Ukraine. Today, around 2 o'clock in the morning in Kardymovsky district, there was an attempted attack by Ukrainian drones on a fuel and energy facility. As a result of the work of air defense forces, the drones were shot down. However, as a result of falling debris, a tank with fuel and lubricants caught fire, local Governor Anokin said. Energy infrastructure in Kaluga region was damaged after a drone attack, the governor said. In Bryansk region, also all Ukrainian drones were destroyed, and a substation in the village of Vigonichi caught fire. 2 drones were destroyed over Moscow region and 2 more over Tula region. This is the Russian side of the story, but reality is quite different.
Заправочная станция, не заправочная, перевалочная станция Лукойл, нахуй, Кардымова, блядь. Во, въебало, блядь. Прям пиздец. О, ебаться, вот это вещи, нахуй. Вот это прям пиздец. А, вон там нефтика догорает. А здесь Лукойл, и еще не все въебало, блядь. И вот это, блядь, не весело, прям пиздец, нахуй. Нефтика немножко похуже горит, а вот Лукойл, блядь, горит охуетительно, блядь. Прям кто-то уебал нехило, блядь. Уже 8 взрывов, нахуй.
Video from Russian military blogger Alexander Sladkov of more improvised armor on Russian tanks, including T-72B3M and T-80 BVM OBR 2022, with roof shelters or screens, chains, boxes, and other items. Note how the additional armor is mostly applied to the rear of the tanks. Second Army of the world, ladies and gentlemen, more like an army of bums. Russian T-90M Breakthrough White tank, which was previously targeted by ATGM, was finished by 74th Reconnaissance Battalion with drone-dropped grenade in Avdiivka direction. The way it was burning was visible from Ukrainian positions. New Russians contract soldiers going to fight in Ukraine. At the same time, the reporter is not shying away from openly saying that they are going for the money.
Эти 12 мужчин выбрали службу по контракту. Прежде чем стать частью вооруженных сил России, кандидаты прошли медицинский осмотр. Перед отправкой им выдали сухпайки и персональные аптечки. У каждого из присутствующих своя мотивация подписать контракт. Сегодня при заступлении на военную службу от года и более военнослужащие получают единовременную выплату в размере 195 тысяч рублей, служебное жилье или возможность быстрого приобретения квартиры за счет Министерства обороны через накопительную ипотечную систему. Еще одна привилегия – бюджетные места в вузах для детей, заработная плата контрактников от 200 тысяч рублей.
The U.S. House of Representatives, with broad bipartisan support, passed a $95 billion legislative package providing security assistance to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, over bitter objections from Republican hardliners. The legislation now proceeds to the Democratic majority Senate, which passed a similar measure more than 2 months ago. U.S. leaders from Democratic President Joe Biden to top Senate Republican Mitch McConnell have been urging embattled Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson to bring it up for a vote. The Senate is expected to pass the measure next week, sending it to Biden to sign into law. A dozen or so Democratic lawmakers waved small Ukrainian flags as it became clear that element of the package was headed to passage. Johnson told lawmakers that was a violation of decorum. Johnson this week chose to ignore ouster threats by hardline members of his fractious 218, 213 majority, and push forward the measure that includes some $60.84 billion for Ukraine as it struggles to fight off a 2-year Russian invasion. This comes in the last moment, because when even the Ukrainian special forces are running out of ammunition, you know the situation is extremely dire. Absolutely unbelievable we allowed it to come to this point.
Well, my thought is we need to get this done yesterday, right? The Ukrainians are fighting, they're dying, they're doing incredibly brave and courageous things. I actually just did a FaceTime yesterday with a bunch of Ukrainian special forces in a bunker fighting on the front lines, and they told me they're almost out of ammunition. They're going to have to pull back because they don't have ammunition anymore. So we have to do this. This is in America's self-interest, our national security interest, to get this done.
Lavrov complained to Simonian that Russians were not invited to France for the 80th anniversary of the Normandy landings. He said the French are not decent people, like he and Simonian are decent. The video below shows what decent Russians are doing to Ukraine.
У них эта манера такая. Они, когда что-то собираются сделать, они не могут в рамках приличия оставаться. Потому что приличные люди направляют письмо, и потом об этом объявляют. А тут они говорят, вот мы пригласим, да, но не Путина, кого-нибудь пригласим. А никто никого не приглашал вообще. Мы ничего не получали. Если получим, мы обязательно вам расскажем.
Unknown fighter jets are destroying bases, camps, and weapons depots of the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard militias in Iraq. The armored headquarters and a major base of the Popular Mobilization Forces in the Babylon Governorate of eastern Iraq to the south of Baghdad has reportedly been targeted by several unknown airstrikes, causing a massive munitions cook-off. Damage to base is claimed to be extremely significant. Footage has been released showing the scale of the damage to the Kalsu base of the Popular Mobilization Force, PMF, in the Babylon Governorate of eastern Iraq, after last night's explosions caused by what is claimed to have been several missile strikes. It is difficult to tell if the craters that's seen are from missile impacts or the munitions cook-off that can be seen in several videos, though I would lean towards the cook-off.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.